mihlambi yezinkomo nabantu.
Amitabhva. Uthula ungaphakathi ukhanya kuhlezi njalo ukini bantwana. Phinde nginibingelele. We were talking about these matters of kindness, selflessness. Ukuthi wekubusisiwe isandla esiphayo nesamukelayo type of vibes. We want to examine that situation in the most crisp way possible. So I'll try to unpack as much as I can, bit by bit. Ngoba angifuni ube khona okusalayo kule nto le, because it gets very tricky. Angifuni ngasho, it gets very tricky, and this kind of things as sheer cinema complex angalungiseki, sinama psychological traumas and depressions and all those things, izinto ezingakwazi ukulungiseka because asidluli kahle kuzo, because we don't understand them. We're not incapacitated to deal with the real world as much as we should be. So ngiyayikhuluma ke lezinto ngoba ngifuna ukuthi sizame ukuthi sicasulisane. And as a student of life myself, I don't mind sharing the things that I learn. And I learn every day. Even today I learned something. Now we go into that part of gratitude and reciprocity where there's an inherent unspoken contract between yourself, lo owenza okuhle nalo owamkela lokho okuhle omenzela kona. So there's an unspoken contract there between you and the person that you help. Primarily, la contract eti there's an expectation, an unspoken one. Eti makhona umuntu omenzele kona okuhle, they must say thank you, or at least verbally. They must verbalize it. If not verbalizing it, then they must do something that is going to be equal to whatever you did for them, whether it's in payment or hence you find that people talk about things of paying it forward, where there's an expectation because you did something good, therefore you should receive something in return. Mangwenzele favor namhlanje, tomorrow I expect you to do the same. These are the unspoken contracts. These are contractual agreements enizenzayo that are unspoken, subliminal. It's not a problem. But here's the thing that I want to touch on today. Firstly, let's talk about how people look at you, how people receive and perceive your kindness towards them. It's a very tricky space, that one, because I notice quite a lot in my daily life with him. When you are kind to people, lanto ifana nokuthi you are inviting indelelo. You are inviting a lot of rudeness and disrespect, and you are inviting a positioning, a mental positioning, you can be undermined. When you are kind and caring as a person, people tend to think that somewhere in your mind you wisdom, or you are mentally retarded somewhere. Consequently, there are things that follow that they do that indicate no man, no, but these people bacing ba dishiva zingqondo angenza into right kubo. When you help people, they will behave as if somehow, somewhere, you are not calibrating properly for the real world. Now, it is going to be like that, most importantly because you are doing something that is abnormal. In the world that we exist in, it is not normal to be doing anything kind for anyone. It is not normal. So people will process that as this one is being different, and therefore people take anyone who's different with a particular view, and they perceive that there's inherently something wrong with you just because you are kind to them. Abantu bazokudelela ke impela ke if you're going to be kind. I'll tell you, I've done the homework, I've done the research, I've lived through it. People think they can get away with things because you are kind. So that's how they perceive you. They think they can, anyone who doesn't know you will come to you very proper because they don't know you. Until they realize, no, this person can do me a favor, can help me. I went to him, I didn't have anything in, and I asked him for help, and he helped me. And then, oh, okay, kanti uyangeneka kind of vibe. People now take to think, oh, we thought he was not approachable. Oh, but he's approachable. Huh. Okay. And they work with that. They work with that. The moment they realize that this one can be approached, then irrespective pumange winti. Now, I'm not going to talk about other people's other races. I noticed that someone commented there about how the Indians live their lives. And yes, it's fine if you can draw parallels, but I'm just going to look squarely at black people and how black people behave. And this is how black people treat you if you are being nice to them. And some people will say, no, it's not because they think No. They think you are a fool for doing kindness, acts of kindness towards them, helping them without expectation, being selfless. It is considered as some kind of foolishness. Because somewhere in their cognition, no, this person does not care enough about themselves to refuse